It started with a dream, not the kind you forget after waking up. This one felt real from the beginning. I was standing inside my bedroom. Everything looked normal. The bed was where it should be, the window was closed, the light was off. But something felt wrong. The air felt heavy, like the room was smaller than usual. Then I noticed the closet. The door was moving slowly, opening and closing on its own, just a few inches at a time, like someone inside was pushing it, waiting, watching. I stood there for a long time, trying to convince myself it was only a dream. But deep down, I knew something was inside that closet, and it knew I was there. Slowly, I walked toward the closet. Each step felt heavy, like the floor didn't want me to move. The door stopped moving as soon as I reached it. Everything became silent. Too silent. I grabbed the handle and pulled the door open. Inside the closet, a small child was sitting on the floor, curled up in the corner, crying quietly. The child didn't look at me, just kept crying like I wasn't even there. I tried to speak, but no sound came out. Then the child slowly lifted its head. The eyes were red and wet, like it had been crying for hours. And then the child whispered, "Help me." I stepped closer. The child reached out with a shaking hand. I reached forward, trying to pull the child out. Just before our hands touched, something moved behind the child. From the darkness, a large black hand appeared. Long fingers, covered in thick hair, too big to be human. It grabbed the child instantly. The child screamed, louder than anything I had ever heard. I tried to pull the child back, but the grip was too strong. The hand dragged the child backward into the darkness. The crying turned into screaming, then silence. The closet was empty, completely empty, like nothing had ever been there. I woke up instantly. My eyes opened wide in the dark. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. For a few seconds I didn't move. I just listened, trying to calm my breathing, trying to convince myself it was only a dream. Then I noticed something. The room looked exactly the same as it did in the dream. The same darkness, the same silence. And then I heard it. A soft sound coming from across the room, from the closet. 3 slow knocks. I stared at the closet without blinking. The door was closed, just like always. Nothing moved, nothing made a sound. I told myself not to open it. I told myself to stay in bed. But after a few minutes, I got up. Slowly, I walked across the room. My hands were shaking. My heart was racing. I reached for the handle and pulled the door open. Inside the closet, there was nothing. No child, no darkness, no movement, just empty space. Then I heard something behind me. A child's voice whispered very close to my ear. "I'm still here."